If you're thinking about expanding your PlayStation game collection, getting your hands on the best SSD for £5 should be a top priority. Although the £5 Slim that released back in November last year offers slightly more storage than the original launch version of the console, most current £5 owners still only have an allowance of about 660 GB of internal space to work with. With the installation sizes of many top games like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3 and Horizon Forbidden West coming in at well over 100 GB, your internal storage can fill up pretty fast, no matter which version of the console you own. Fitting your £5 with a compatible SSD only takes a couple of minutes and can dramatically increase your storage capacity, letting you keep a larger library of games installed on the console at the same time. As there are lots of options on the market right now, we have tested a wide range of SSD models and carefully compiled this helpful list in order to outline all of the best choices for your individual needs or budget. We carefully evaluated the performance of each drive with a selection of top £5 titles in order to directly compare them. We also considered a range of external factors, including the build quality and overall value for money offered by each drive. To help you find the right model, we've listed the top 5 best SSD for £5 in 2024 and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you. And as always, you can check pricing for any of these products in the description below. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 5. WD Black SN850. Put simply, the WD Black SN850 is the best overall SSD for £5. This storage drive, which is famously used by the console's architect Mark Cerny, far exceeds the 5,500 MB/thread requirements and comes fitted with a thick heatsink to ensure that thermal throttling doesn't impact your gaming performance when a console begins to heat up. It's also a great value option as, in 2024, it is entirely possible to pick up the 1TB variant for around the $150 mark, with a bigger 2TB configuration frequently retailing at or under $200. Although we don't recommend it quite so strongly, the standard non-branded heatsink model can frequently be found hovering around $130. Just be aware, however, that you will need to fit your own heatsink in order to use this model with your £5. In our testing, we found that the WD Black SN850 delivered top-end performance and achieved 6,550 MB/ in Sony's own internal benchmark. It's a testament to just how well constructed the drive is with its in-house controller and SanDisk flash memory, that it can easily still keep up with some of the best in the industry years after its launch. Number 4. Adata XAPG GAMX S70 Blade. The Adata XAPG GAMX S70 Blade is a brilliant budget SSD for £5. It is competitively priced compared to its rivals and performs just as well as some of the flagship models in our roundup. In our testing, we found that this drive clocked in at whopping 6,384 MB/ sequential read speed. The build quality of the Adata XAPG GAMX S70 Blade is where the more modest pricing becomes the most apparent. However, the low-profile heatsink, while adequate enough, just isn't as robust as what you'll find on more high-end offerings. Considering that the 1TB version costs just $84.99/£87.13/$161.95, and the 2TB comes in only $169.99/£161.52/$362.78, this is something that we think can be overlooked. Performance is the most important factor with any SSD for £5, and the Adata XPG GAMX S70 Blade is no slouch where speed is concerned. We were impressed to see some top-end games like Horizon, Forbidden West, and Death Stranding Director's Cut loading faster on this £5 SSD than when played on the console's native storage. If you're on a tight budget, we think that the 1TB model is a hard value to beat given just how fast it is. Number 3. Samsung 990 Pro. The Samsung 990 Pro maxes out what's possible with NVMe Gen 4.0 technology in a way that few other SSDs for £5 can. Available in either 1TB or 2TB configurations, this high-speed drive is seriously impressive across the board compared to the competition. In our testing, we found that the Samsung 990 Pro was able to achieve read and write speeds of 7,465.49 megabytes / of 6,887.68 megabytes / respectively in our industry standard tests. That's a considerable improvement on the brand's previous flagship model, increasing the drive speed by around 50%. Loading times and file transfer times are equally impressive. In our testing, around 10 gigabytes of data made the jump to this NVMe SSD in less than 4 seconds, which is incredibly fast. Keep in mind that the Samsung 990 Pro is a little pricier than some other SSDs for £5 in our roundup at the moment. You can currently expect to pay around $169.99 / £155 / or $265 for the 1 TB version and $289.99 / £283.99 / or $439 for the larger 2 TB variant. Number 2. PNY XLR8 SSD Gaming Kit. The PNY XLR8 SSD Gaming Kit combines the powerful PNY CS3000 140 Gen 4.0 drive with the company's custom-designed heatsink that has been made exclusively for the console. What really sets this kit apart from other storage sticks at a similar price point is how its heat spreader completely replaces the stock M.2 port shield that comes with the system. This enables better performance and advanced airflow. This also not only means that you're protecting your SSD for £5 from damage, but that you can get the most out of the high-performance drive thanks to the reduced running temperature. In our testing, we found that the read speeds, while no longer the absolute fastest on the market, were still incredibly quick and consistent. With a benchmark figure of 6,198 megabytes / sequential read speed, this model zooms past many others at a similar price point when it comes to performance. Price-wise, you're looking at spending $106.98 / £190.79 for 1 TB, $180.98 for the 2 TB model, and $485.98 for 4 TB variants. Those based in the US are getting the best deal by going for the gaming kit combo. If you're based in either the UK or Australia, then getting the PNY CS3000 140 and PNY £5 SSD heatsink cover separately could be your best option as it can run cheaper. It's around £200 / AU $239.57 for 1 TB and £243.50 / AU $392.62 for 2 TB at R. But you can expect frequent discounts. Number 1. Samsung 980 Pro. Despite its age, the Samsung 980 Pro continues to be an excellent SSD for £5. This is in large part thanks to its excellently designed heatsink and solid write endurance. If you're after an NVMe storage drive that's going to be able to take a lot of punishment, the thick aluminum chassis of this model has enough strength to bear some very intense workloads. Just don't try and throw it out of a window or something, as that probably wouldn't end very well. The Samsung 980 Pro is quoted by Samsung as being able to reach sequential read speeds of up to 7,000 megabytes / and we found in our testing that this model came very close and could achieve 6,783 megabytes / That's more than fast enough for file transfers and puts this drive far above the recommended 5,500 megabytes / speeds that the £5 console requires. Thanks to the arrival of an even new model, the Samsung 990 Pro, the Samsung 980 Pro has received a series of welcome price cuts. You can regularly find it available for around $150 when shopping for the 1 TB model, or between $199 and $220 for the 2 TB variant if you need that extra storage space. With a 5-year warranty, you also have peace of mind knowing it is guaranteed for a fair chunk of the £5 console generation.